Awesome. 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 Okay. Let's bring this thing up now. Do that, and we'll do that, and we'll do that, and we'll do that. And go. Alright, cool. So, game audio looks good. Mic audio looks like that's good. YouTube previews just coming up. That looks like that is good. I think we're good to roll. Hey there, hi there, everybody. Happy Monday. It's the first day of a new week. We got the round 2 of Punisher 99 back out in Arena. That's all good and fine and great. Going to be going for 1 to 5% in that arena. But much more importantly and much more exciting, today is day 1 of the new patch for November. Gambit buff is live. Falcon buff is live. We got a bunch of cool stuff coming down the pipes too. Got the new side event coming out in a couple of days. Plenty of cool stuff to talk about and go over today. Man, I'm excited. How are y'all doing? Hope y'all are doing well. Doing well. Before we get too far along, though, I do want to welcome the latest Von subs to the channel. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for finding the channel in the depths of the YouTubes. Cheers on digging the videos put out so far and are interested in the videos yet to come. We've got plenty of cool stuff coming down the pipes. So be sure to hit that notification bell. Stay on top of stuff as it drops. Because without getting into any spoilers, there are going to be cool things dropping sooner than later. Got a bunch of crystal openings, got a bunch of gameplay stuff. Just to name a few. It's going to be a busy week, guys. It's going to be a super, super busy week. Matt Murdoch stopping off at the top saying, "Sup? What up, Matt Murdoch? Happy Monday, bud. Good to see you. Welcome to the festivities." So, I have done absolutely nothing with the Punisher Arena so far. I don't have an infinite streak, so I'm just going to be building that up here first. And then we'll get rolling with some of the 5 stars, some of the 6 stars. Keep rolling for the next hour and a half, a couple hours, whatever it winds up being. Y'all know the drill by now. And we'll just go from there. A lovely tentacle man, tentacle face man on the loading screen now, which, that's just delightful. That's just delightful. Good job, Kabam. Appreciate that. So I have had a chance to play around just a little bit with Gambit and just with a little bit with Falcon. Not nearly as much as I'd like, though. So I'm sure going up against them in Arena here today is going to be a learning experience, no doubt. But I would love to see how they wind up handling in person. We got a 5-star version of Falcon, Duped, and a 6-star version of Gambit, Unawakened. I did notice that his PI just absolutely shot through the roof. So currently my 6-star rank 1 Unawakened Gambit has a heck of a lot more prestige than my Duped Namor does, which is pretty curious. Not sure why that is, but if that is a sign of things to come, then that's pretty cool, right? Alfonso stopping in and saying hi. How's it going, Alfonso? New Hulk looks interesting. He does. He does. Like, the rage mechanic looks interesting. I'm not sure how it's going to work. With the rages falling off super quick, right? It's like, it falls off after 1.5 seconds, something like that. And he takes a bunch of self-harm, too, which winds up getting banked as gamma radiation, which he can deal back in his damage and then heal himself with. So it's an interesting rotation. We'll have to wind up seeing how that winds up playing out in, you know, the real game and in real life. Just with like the incessant barrage of nodes like, you know, heal block or reduced ability accuracy, stuff like that. The heal at death, yeah, yeah. Like, he looks like the thing with champion synergy, you know, or like Nick Fury in his second phase, or like Soren Pyramid X is like that last little sliver of of the health bars where you do, you know, the biggest amount of damage. So he really seems like a high risk, high reward kind of champ. But again, I mean, it really just depends how the rest of his cycle feels in hand, and how realistic you can keep those rage stacks up. Because it seems like a bit of his ability is tied with those rages, so we'll have to see how that plays out. Eye Bomb looks pretty cool too. I mean, not like design-wise. I mean, like he's an ugly-looking dude. Ugly-looking dude. His kit looks interesting though. With all that super spicy splash poison damage. I could get behind that. There we go. And for any of you guys going for featured 6-star crystals, I don't know how many of you are out there. One of those two champs is going to wind up in the next featured batch. So that's pretty exciting too. Me personally, I am saving up for the next 6-star featured. Try and get Dragon Man, try and get Professor X, APOC, Space Ghost, and then whoever the science champ is of the two. You know, Red Goblin's in there as well, but you know. Yeah, I know. He's got those like face tentacle things that are animated too. It's weird. But I mean, I guess that's how the comic character looks, right? That's how he was designed. Wow, designed to be. Extra emphasis on the D's tonight, apparently. I don't know. Let's throw Karnax, throw Nebula, and let's throw Storm up there. Bevan stopping in and saying, "Hey, what up, Bevan? How's it going, bud? Good to see you. Good to see you. How's everything?" I did want to point out that I did see somewhere on forums or line chat or something that you know, Falcon's ability is built to reduce and prevent evades, right? But the post went on to state that champs like Nightcrawler still were evading, even though Falcon has that 100% evade reduction, which is pretty interesting. So if you're going up against a Nightcrawler, just do be aware that he doesn't fully prevent Nightcrawler evades, just because Nightcrawler can supersede like 100% accuracy with that. Gambit can only reduce 100%, Nightcrawler goes over 100%, so that's why he's still evading, apparently. Interesting setup, interesting mock-up, you know, super ability accuracy, I guess. But that is why that happens. Bevan asks, you got a Discord server? I do. And thank you for the segue, my friend. Which brings us to shameless plug number 1 for the evening. I do cordially invite you guys to join the Rob Vaughn server. It is the official Discord server of the stream here. Got a link down in the description below. If you got crystal openings you want to brag about, that is the place to do that. If you got questions, comments, concerns about champions to rank up, champions to use on path, counters for certain nodes, feel free to ask away there. Or you got art, you got memes, fun stuff like that. Love to see that stuff too. We got a page for that. So again, got a link down in the description. Do cordially invite you to join, and hope to see you guys there. Alright, so let's throw Thing up there, Ultron, and DD Classic, and Dooms aplenty. Let's fight the medium Doom, shall we? Not the extra spicy Doom, just the medium Doom. So many Dooms. Everyone's got a Doom. Even as 4 stars, I'm still pitted up against Dooms. And Corvi that just hang back and try and bait out a parry. That's annoying. I mean, one well-played special 2 took care of that, so I'll take that. Zoink. Do that. Get parried a couple times. Eat a couple more hits, just, you know, to be on the safe side. Surprising thing is that this Professor X is maxed out 4-star. Dude's doing like no damage to me. Interesting. Perks of being a robot, I suppose. Do that. Cheers, all. That. Parry. Punch. Go in. Chop, 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 chop. Still not enough because of his freaking crit resist. Good lord. Freaking Doom. Doom everywhere. I hate it. This is even with me with double edge turned on. Doink. Doink. Zoink. Alright, so there's that, there's that. There's that. That, and that, and that, and that. Still is that lag with the refreshes. I'm now noticing that, but it seems like that hasn't been fully addressed. It's a little bit annoying. Especially, you know, just living in breathing arena incessantly. It's just, alright. Alright, game. I'll still go along with that, I suppose. But, you know, already well on our way here. Funnily enough, Punisher had a super low cutoff. It was like 25 mil, something like that. Now, I mean, granted, I think round 2 is going to go a little bit higher because people aren't going to be also going for platinum pool pieces like they were round 1, but I don't think it's going to go too terribly much higher. Because, you know, even though Punisher's been buffed, which is pretty cool, Punisher has been buffed. I think a lot of people have Punisher already, which doesn't make him nearly as spicy or as exciting, you know? Do that, do the kick. Zap. Caught that. Right as she was shrugging off that stun, so that's lucky on my part. Bracket, bracket, bracket. And done. Done. Alright, so here's Gambit number 1. Starting off with a flak jacket, which is reduces what incoming damage, bleed damage, stuff like that, right? So he still has that same annoying special 1. Nice little intercept, double intercept by the bots. You know, that's fun. Yeah, look it up. I'm not sure how long his flak jacket is up for. I thought it was a temporary thing, but here he is like, oh, okay, there you go. Because like at half health, he still had it, but I guess it is half health. Never mind. Never mind. Nothing to see here. Carry on, everybody. So there's that. Do that. do that. And do that. Come on. And that. And there we go. So I want to keep him. So let's throw up Sparkles, throw up Iron Fist. Let's throw up King Groot, sure. Why not? Who cares? Why not? Let's do this one. And do that. Yeah, that's might be a slog of a fight with Spider-Gwen, but you know. Punchy, punchy, kicky, kicky. And in the bag. Yeah. I love fighting Doctor Strange most of the time. It's still such a nice, straightforward fight. Not always. Sometimes. But that worked out quite nicely. Boink. See if I can bait out his special here. Pew pew. Time Tune stopping in. What's up, bud? Happy Monday. Good to see you. How you doing? Getting clobbered here. Brilliant. Has anyone tried that Soul of Sloth for Legendary Hades? It makes the fight impossible. They evade like crazy. How are you supposed to do that path? I don't got any cold immune champs. Just doing it for the 5-star shards that I need to make 10k. I did not use the boost. Let's see, there's... You can either try... Well, here's the thing, because like the easiest, most straightforward options are like Cat Marvel movie, because she just immediately goes binary, right? Because of all that energy damage. Havoc might be an idea too, because all that energy damage will get him to overclock super quick and just have all that plasma build up. I mean, you said already you don't have the cold snap option, so that's, you know, negative on Arcus, Iceman, Torch, Sunspot too, I think, is cold snap immune. So that makes it a little bit more difficult. Ghost is an option, but like I said, those are like, you know, the usual assortment of like beyond God tier options, which isn't always the best. Remind me to note it specifically. It's you get a cold snap on contact, right? Because I was gonna say, if there's a way to time out when you get the cold snap debuffs, Mordo might be an option, because of his energy resist when he's blocking. Elsewise, short of that, anybody who has huge reliable heals would be nice. Supersonic's hopping insane. Sup, Rob? Sup, Supersonic? How's it going, bud? Wish I had Torch. Yeah, I know. That's one of those tough options. That's one of those really tough options. Here, real quick, guys. Just need to change up something real quick. I'll be back in like 5 seconds. A little bit more. 6 seconds. Close enough. I think Immortal A-Bomb looks cool. Kind of like William Birkin from Resident Evil 2, seriously. Transition from monster into man without return is an original concept, but still interesting. Yeah, yeah. Like, they wound up toning down the design for the game based off of, like, the comic look, which I thought was pretty interesting too. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what his like toxic splash aura is gonna wind up doing. Time Tone, a couple other options maybe without using the boost. Like Phoenix has reliable heals, Blade has reliable heals. You could try some skilled champs that shrug off debuffs. So like, that'd be what? Crossbones shrug stuff off. Ronin is probably one of your best options because 2-hit combo dash back, 3-hit combo dash back, 2-hit combo dash back shrugs off 2 debuffs. So that might be an option. Or Beardo if you have another skilled champ on your squad. Because like a Beardo at a high sig shrugs off debuffs every time he gets one of his shield charges, provided he's got a skilled champ on the squad too. So I mean, there's stuff out there. There's stuff out there. It's still manageable. Storm Pyramid X in her cold form or ice form is cold snap immune. That's who I wound up using. But I think boosting wise, it may almost just be easier to boost the normal like 10, 15, 20% health boost on top of that, or like the combo boost 10, 20, 30. Not 30, like 10 or 20. If you got one of those to spare, just to make life a little bit easier. And then just, muscle your way through it. But it's all heal blocked. Then yeah, skill champ to shrug it off, Beardo to shrug it off, stuff like that. Potentially. I also might be able to... No, it's a permanent heal block, so she can't shrug it off. Never mind. I remember seeing that. Because that was the first thing I went to. It was like, well, hey, Elsa can shrug off debuffs, but no, it's one of those nonsense locked-in ones. Comic panel where he killed Hulk, he looked a lot more gross. Definitely toned down. Toned down both of them from what they were in the comics. Hulk doesn't look as sinister and as evil as he did in Immortal Hulk. That was the first thing I looked at once we got the patch out today. Hulk is still classified as a hero. Like based on the description and based off of the comics, I thought they were going for a villain, but no, he's still a hero. I-Bomb is still a villain, but Hulk is heroic apparently. Who knew? Who knew? I mean, skill champs that can shrug stuff off too. I mean, you got Aegon. You just gotta, again, muscle through the first fight, build up a combo, and then you can start shrugging stuff off. It's gonna require some heals and some pots to get your way through the first fight there, but after that, it should be a little bit easier. Boink. Do that. What do you guys think, though, of just first look? I mean, we were talking about like I Hulk, I bomb a little bit. Like their kits would, look interesting. I Hulk with all his stuff so close to getting KO'd. I bomb with the poison splash and whatnot. I don't know, the synergies I'm not super excited about. Like they look interesting, but I'm not super excited. But I may need to take a second closer look at it. Evan's saying Bishop is crazy for it. Yeah, Bishop, another great example of a champ that just like inhales, eats energy damage. Like it's one of those things like with Bishop, you'd have to be really careful because if he stays at a full power bar for too long, he starts damaging himself. But I mean, if you can just like launch special after special after special, Yeah, you should be pretty well suited for that. Mortal Hulk's still a hero, isn't evil. There's a sequence where he plays mind games with a member of a robbery squad until he goes insane and becomes fearful of him. Like an anti-hero. Not a villain, but not quite benevolent either. It's a good thing that you're getting a jump on that event, though. I still have, like... So I 100%ed Cavalier, and I 100%ed Heroic, but I'm maybe like 30% complete of the other two, Master and Legendary, with like a day and change to go. At the time, I was like, yeah, I got time. I'm not going to need to worry about it. And then like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I was like, you know, I should probably get it going on this. Like, it's got some pretty decent loot. I'm going to say that. It's got some pretty decent loot, but it's such a gigantic time suck. Would a Cosmic Power Boost work in events, or is that just for Alliance War? It works for everything. Cosmic Power Boost. It works for everything. The caveat is that you have to do enough damage for it to register. Because that's a really crummy thing about those power boosts, is that you can get 150 or 200% power back, but only if you do a massive, disgustingly huge amount of damage in the first place. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, you got refunded 10% of your power, you know? So, I mean, if you're using Corvus, awesome. Corvus is an option. You know, the obvious typical god tier options, right? Blah, blah, blah. But speaking of, you know, the Cosmic Boost, just because his special 2, when he's ramped up, just does such a disgusting amount of damage, he would really benefit from that. Whereas, like, I don't know, Groot or King Groot wouldn't, because they just can't do that much damage. Can't remember as well, but he managed to defeat an evil scientist as well by allowing the scientist to cut up and separate all the body parts. And when he got enough info, he snapped his fingers, and I'm gonna guess put him back together again, like Humpty Dumpty. You know, speaking of the story, though, if they got the original author, the original writer, to come back and then just like write this month's side quest, you know, I'll actually read that. I'll read that. Although they have been getting a lot better with interesting dialogue exchanges in the side event, like the stuff that they had for the Gwenpool chapter, I think was probably some of the best that they've written this year. Like, overall, it's just like, okay, it's another time heist kind of setup, but the Gwenpool chapter, that was good. That was good. I'll give them credit where the credit's due for that one. Come on. Boink. So maybe a little bit less than usual Humpty Dumpty story. Really makes me wonder, because like this, like I-Bomb and kind of like the origin of I-Hulk seem a lot more Halloween-y than Red Goblin and Space Ghost. It's like, you got a demon and a skull. That's really really Halloween-y. It's the first time I died to a freaking Super Iron Man in ages. My fault. I just wasn't timing it well, but That's embarrassing. Got some cold snap. Brilliant. There we go. There we go. Alrighty, so that is 10 wins, luckily. So let's throw up the Blade Trinity. Just honor the tradition and the history of it. Go up against Simbi. Looks like a good enough setup to me. Let's roll with it. As much as I'm excited for this month, I'm also very excited for next month. Gambit buff is cool. Falcon buff is cool. But give me that Daredevil buff any day. Yes, please, and thank you. Especially since it's complete rework. Striker stopping in saying hello. What's up, Striker? Happy Monday, my friend. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream and the festivities. Hope you're doing well. Like, what would you guys want to see from a Daredevil buff? Because, like, they're kind of, like, pivoting away from the whole Netflix bit just because of contractual mismatch and nonsense. But he's still Daredevil. So what would you like to see? Like, give him True Strike or something. Tie that in with his ability to, like, hone in on someone's heartbeat. Keep the evasion stuff for projectiles. That's wonderful. I-Bomb's poison is so potent that it shut down the Hulk's healing factor. Got damaged so bad, a mutated Betty Ross had to rip out and eat Hulk's heart so that he can return back to the green room. Man, that storyline sounds like all kinds of sunshine and rainbows, doesn't it? Good lord. Let's do that and that and that. They did adapt him pretty well. But like we said already, they did tone it down significantly too. Because like the face with the tentacle finger necklace, it's a bit off-putting, right? But the body itself is just the same A-bomb body we've grown to know and please don't, thank you. Grown to know and love the last 6 years, 5 years. I forget when A-bomb got added. It's been around. Definitely been around. Come on. Come on. I mean, you could just stand there. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Boink. Got that. Come on, dude. We got 5 stars to run and put out. And then 6 stars to run and put out. We got stuff to do. He's playing chicken. Get out of here. There we go. There we go. Attaboy, Venom. Were there any other, like, was it just like I-Hulk and A-Bomb for that story arc? Because it was a limited series, right? Limited-ish run. Or did they wind up bringing out some of the rest of Hulk's rogue gallery? So this face laser. Come on. Brilliant. Brilliant. Cheers. What if Daredevil had like a, I don't know, a combined crit ability? Or Rupture. What if they gave Daredevil Rupture? Like Tiger, like his precise strikes break, or I don't know, rupture the opponent's armor, give him that like new dot effect. That could be fun. Or slow or something. I don't know. I said it before, I keep on saying it. Daredevil is my favorite Marvel character, so any which way that they can spice him up and make him any more relevant in a modern meta, I am all about. You know, sure thing though that we're gonna wind up seeing like a 5-star Netflix Daredevil arena or Crystal at some point, because I don't think they've released the 6-star version of Daredevil Netflix anywhere, right? Like I know it says that he's available as a champion, which is good and great and nice and all that, right? But I don't remember specifically where he would have been, unless I missed it. Oh man, I bet my buddy AC is just flipping for that. Cause like maybe like a month and a half ago, he took his 5-star Netflix Daredevil all the way up to rank 5, just for the lulz. And now that he's actually getting buffed, dude may be sitting pretty well there. I don't know. We'll see, Supersonic. We'll see. Give him some spicy synergies. Maybe they want to give him like a Defenders synergy. Wouldn't that be nice? Like if you got Luke Cage and Iron Fist on your squad, then you'll just be sitting happy, because the Defenders synergy will wind up just buffing everybody. A la, you know, Fantastic Four. Throw Jessica Jones in there for December as like the December champ. That'd be so cool. Finally give all those guys just a little bit, but much needed love. Yo, what up, Lefty? How's it going, bud? Happy Monday. Lefty saying I'm gonna try streaming. Very cool. Very cool. Are you gonna do just streaming gameplay with the cam or without? What are you thinking? Well, that's awesome. That is awesome. I wish you the best on that. So let's switch those two up so that doesn't get to be problematic because of the class disadvantage. Boink. And spinny, spinny, spinny. Bullet, bullet, bullet. Supersonic saying I want to see OG A-Bomb get an actual buff though. Guardian or Redbeard synergy seems like a cop-out. It does. It does. It's nice that they're buffing a bunch of the old champs. You know, give them something a little bit something new and exciting to work with. Appreciate that. It's just then it just means that you got to bring an extra couple of champs with you on your squad that you probably wouldn't have done otherwise. So unless the synergy is completely game-breaking, and that's pretty rarely the case, I don't know. Still isn't really worth justifying taking up that extra spot too, you know? But maybe that's just me. Get back in there. Yoink. Get out of here. Get out of here. Freaking beast. Beast is a beast. Just eating up all my hits. Boink. Still freaking me that Redbeard is so far the only science champ released this year. We got I-Bomb, we got I-Hulk, that's good and that's great, and hope they're great, but still. Just 3. That's it. We've had like 8 million different mutant champs and mutant upgrade champs this year. And just 3 science. 1 tech, currently. But share the love, guys. Plenty of other champs need a little bit of TLC too. Let's do that. And this. Yeah, that looks good. Because my only 6-star dupe champ is A-Bomb, but it's not worth it at all for me to take him up if his base kit has nothing to offer. Yep. Pretty vanilla base kit, pretty vanilla prestige. Yeah, I feel you there. Kind of like Storm with the Apox synergy. Exactly. Exactly. Storm's great, and she can fit on your roster as like a synergy champ for other more exciting champions. But, yeah. I mean, if you're going to bring APOC with, and especially if you're going to make a horseman by having APOC on your team, you're probably going to wind up choosing one of the other mutants over Storm. Probably. Just saying. All signs point to that. I mean, she's got crazy shock damage for sure, but kind of got to build a squad around her, and that's really the point. That's really the point. We got that. Do that, that, and that, that, and that, and that. Blink. Stop it. Man, Corvus with no charges. Still an amazing champ, but such a noodle compared to how he could be otherwise. Slag stopping in. What's up, Slag? Happy Monday, my friend. Welcome to those festivities. Saying saving for Cyber Weekend. I've got almost 500 unit or 50 units already. Dude, those 50 units, that's some pretty solid progress right there. I added an extra 0. I think those 50 units are definitely going to take you far. That's for sure. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, it's only a few weeks away, guys. That's so freaky. Bring on the loot. Feel that I-Hulk is the Hulk we wanted for so long as well. Like what OG Hulk should have been. Yeah, meanwhile, OG Hulk is just recently available as a 6-star in the basic pool. And again, great synergy meal for other people, but very, very vanilla. Very vanilla. Which is so unfortunate. Excuse me, sir. What can I get for exactly 50 units? Six-star Nexus for sure. Definitely. Maybe 2. 25 units apiece. I think that's pretty fair, right? Makes sense to me. Bracket. Alright. Thing and his nonsense. No. Stop it. Get out of here. Man, that would have been rough to have lost it right there. And then you got crazy people like Brian Grant, who's got like, what, 10,000 plus units saved naturally. Like, kudos to him, but good lord, at the same time. I don't think I'd have the patience for that. To be able to save for that long without investing in something. I am positive that there's going to be a 25% Tier 5 CC. I'm hoping it's a selector. I mean, it better be a selector, but I'm hoping too. Wouldn't that be nice? Build your own rank 3 with all the different combinations of stuff. And the fact that they've done 6-star Nexus all over the place already would be nice too if it was like, well, instead of the 3 options, here's 5 or 10, you know, like the 100% Abyss one. Here's 10 random champs. Have fun. Man, I would flip. You know there'd be some poor guy, though, that winds up getting, like, Dormammu, Ms. Marvel, Black Bolt, so on and so forth. Just, like, memes or barely not memes anymore. Instead of... And somebody else on the flip side of things, like, well, now you get to choose between Corvus and Ghost and Omega and Sparkles and Nick. And you know Profoff would do a video on it too. Dude is nothing if not consistent. They had that for a good price. Instant Ring 3 Torch. Heck yeah. Get that torch brought up. I forget, Supersonic, is yours awakened or not? Because that's the other thing too, is if you wind up getting a... If we all collectively wind up getting the option for a 6-star awakening, if it's going to be a random one or choose your own adventure. Wouldn't that be nice? Boink. Double fist in the night, everybody. Cheers. Never did understand the deal with sigging up naturally. Can you do something with that? Like trade in my naturally sigged up champ for a pizza? I think you should get a pizza per signature level. I think that is a pretty fair exchange. I would be happy with that. Even if it's like a little tiny personal pan pizza, I would still be okay with that. Because like you trade in like a max sig champ for that, and you'll be eating well for at least 3 days. Maybe more, maybe less, depends. But at least 3 days. There we go. Mr. Amazing stopping in and saying, hey there, hi there, ho there. What up, Mr. Amazing? Happy Monday. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to a busy, busy weekend game. Tomorrow's exciting, guys. No, Wednesday's exciting. Tomorrow's the last day for stuff. It's Wednesday where the new stuff starts up, and then we all get to try out Root just for kicks. What's the difference as long as you max it when necessary? It doesn't really matter. It's just bragging rights for who can get there the fastest. Like me personally, if I somehow came into possession of 150 or 200 like 6-star sig stones, they would all go to random different people. Like I wouldn't take a 6-star up to sig 200 right now. And not again in the foreseeable future either, because you don't get anything if you dupe them again. And it's been my tinfoil hat experience, but actually kind of real experience too. So once you get somebody at max sig, you wind up pulling them a lot more frequently. So again, like for the 6-star, because you don't get Jack Dilly squat for maxing out your 6-stars. I'm like, well, I don't really want to waste all those 6 stones and then get nothing for it, and then just keep pulling that person and getting nothing for it. Speaking of pizza, I just discovered 2 new hot sauces, new to me, by Tabasco. Ooh. Do tell. Go on. First and foremost, I suppose the most important question is, are they nummy? And does it actually like amplify and increase the taste, or is it like one of those hot sauces where it's you could taste nothing but the hot sauce and it doesn't matter what you're eating because it's just the sauce you're tasting, or heat specifically? I'm always interested, because like to me a good hot sauce should like complement the dish, right? It should enhance it, make the flavor profile a bit more pronounced or profound, as opposed to just like being able to taste nothing but heat or fire. It's like, no, that's not fun. That takes away the point. Because at that point, you may as well just like chug the bottle and forget about eating anything else. Boink. Come on. Come on. There's that. If I'm unimpressed, I'll proceed to save up for my Aegonless Abyss completion run, or wait till December for Book 2 or Variant 6 release. Yeah, if those wind up coming out in December. And the Summer of Pain, too. Just something. I do find it interesting because I'm starting to see a lot more people post on Twitter or the Reddit. Just like them screen capping. Oh, back in focus. There we go. Screen capping their inventory with all of the basic revives that are in their stash that are about to expire. Saying, more content, please. Like, I get it. I'd like some challenging stuff too. However, kind of good waiting too. It's kind of the downside. I mean, it's the same people that wound up blitzing through content. It's like I get it, but that's not how it works. Hot sauce is equal cayenne and garlic sauce and cayenne hot sauce. Ooh. That sounds nummy. That sounds mighty nummy. Which is your favorite of the two? And blurg. Oh, and then chipotle hot sauce. Ah, there you go. Well, it sounds nummy. It sounds nummy. I don't know which one I would be more excited about, to be honest. Because I think the garlic one sounds pretty nummy for that duality and taste profile, but can't go wrong with chipotle either. I think I saw that on the roadmap for this stuff to be released. December is going to be a massive month with the Christmas of Pain, Book 2, Variant 6, and a side quest. They should just keep it that. Just call it that. It's the Christmas of Pain. You got the 12 days of Christmas pain. Sounds a bit ominous, but so long as the loot is good, or at the very least it's fun to play. I suppose, you know, order of operations, it should be the other way around. So long as it's fun to play and the loot is good. Because that's what this game is about, right? Fun gameplay. Should be about. As opposed to just like the vessel that brings the loot to me. Hey, stop it. Stop it, tentacle man. Boink. No, no. Boink. Get out of here. Omega. I mean, Summer of Pain in December. Come on. I still like that. The Christmas of Pain. They need to just play up the champion as like a WWE character. Because I mean, he's got like the personality or the look of The Rock already. He's got the costume too to boot. Why not? Having some fun. Earth Day of Pain. There you go. That's what it should be. The Earth Day of Pain. I mean, I'd go for it. Come on. Do that. Do that. What? Things down already? Come on, dude. We're just getting started. I'm all kinds of itchy tonight, and I have no idea why. Cheers. Alright, so you may have noticed I've moved from the 5s to the 6s. And the 6s is where it's going to be at. Some of that, them big numbers. Santa should be a playable character. No, I mean, like, really, he should. That'd be so fun. That would be so stupidly silly. So delightfully stupid. I would 6-star god tier confirmed Santa. I'd go for it. Yeah, I mean, even if he's like an NPC, just to have him in there, that could be fun. Speaking of NPCs we haven't seen for a bit, we haven't seen Lockjaw for ages. Come on. Come on. Come on. Well. Why are you still... Get wrecked. I do appreciate that strategy for Storm. Intentionally getting knocked down to activate the second Tempest and then just going buck wild with damage output. Kind of makes you wonder if like the reindeer are also like wrapped up into it somehow. Like yeah, like a sorcerer or a wizard or somebody like turn, I don't know, some other characters into reindeers to serve the Omega Mutant. Repeated, so deleted. Sounds like a slogan for a shirt, Slag. Lockjaw's the big doggo? Yeah. It's like even when Medusa was showing up last month? 2 months ago? No doggo. We need the doggo. Or like have Lockjaw show up when Tigra was in the game, right? Haha, dog chases cat, something something. Just have a little bit of fun with it. You'd think. Boink. Doink. Yoink. Please be kind and rewind. I always did. Like, as soon as I'm done, like hit the rewind button, go in the kitchen, grab a drink, maybe something to eat, come back, see if it was still going. Probably was. Just hang out for a sec. Our VCR like to take its time. Man, back in the day where you still had like physical, tangible media. Alright, so quick poll, you guys. For all you guys listening out there on the other side of the YouTubes, quick poll. Do you prefer physical media or digital media? Because that does kind of tie in with, loosely tie in with what we're talking about right now, but then also PlayStation's coming out in a couple of weeks. And there's a physical disc version and a digital exclusive version. I think whichever one winds up selling better is going to be the way that Sony keeps going for PS5 Slim in a year and change. Because I'm curious, it's like, you know, for those of you who grew up with physical media, is that something you're still tied to? Or for those of you who grew up without it, if that's something that just, since it's always been that way, it's never been a second thought. Why have something extra to lug around and collect dust? Hey, Black Panther stopping in saying, "Yo, Rob, happy Monday. Happy Monday yourself. How in the heck are ya?" And Laura. What's good, Laura? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope your weekend was well. Hope the week is off to a good start, too. Saying Rob made the mistake of eating too much candy and didn't have enough room for seconds of my mom's delicious lasagna. That is an amazing problem to have. You got a first helping, which is really cool, which is really good. But does the lasagna taste better second go around? Because sometimes some spaghetti does, and Some rice too. Winds up tasting better second time around. Or at least just as good, but in a slightly different way. Either which way, you got a little bit extra for another time. Also, at the same time, frickin' Laura coming in talking about lasagna, and immediately, I want lasagna. I haven't had lasagna in ages. Ages and ages. Especially if it's like, you know, you get a lasagna going with a bunch of different layers, and you start spicing up with like a couple of different kinds of meat and cheeses. And now, you know, that's fall, and well, I'm in Los Angeles, so theoretically it's supposed to be getting cooler. It's not, but theoretically it should be. It's like the perfect time to bust out something like that. Dang it. Time to intense physical for me. I'm with you. I'm still physical media. For one, because I still like the feeling of like holding a brand new game in my hands. Just for that little bit of like actual box art still. Like it's such a, well, it's, all right. So we're an hour into the stream, and that's crash number 1, which is 21 minutes longer than it usually goes for, which is nice. I'll take that, but nice to see that they haven't fixed it, the crashing bug. But like, they put such a minimal amount of effort into a physical copy now. It's like the same case, the same box that we've been getting for a decade. You know, the print off for the box art, and then you'll pop it open and it's just a disc. It's got a space for an insert, but no insert. It's just like, meh. Still though, prefer it. Plus, if you're done with it, it's still nice to be able to just hand it off to somebody else, one of your friends, or sell it on eBay, make your money back. My 2 cents at least. Both types of media for different reasons. I'm a collector, but also an audiophile. With streaming, I have access to everything. Nothing replaces the inserts in my Sgt. Pepper vinyl, though. Seriously. Seriously. Black Panther is heckin' good. That is awesome. That is awesome. I am glad to hear that. I'm doing really well. It was a really good day. It was a stupid busy day. Like right now, for the live stream, is the first time I've had a chance to just sit down and play all day. Really. So I've gotten to spend like no time with the update or the champion reworks. Really. Or arena. So it's nice. It's nice to just sit here and chill a spell. Talk shop. Dream of lasagna. Nick, come on, dude. Thank you. There we go. Rob, you don't understand. My mom made it a few days ago, which means all of the food had time to marinate and marry each other. It's just one big happy family. But you bet your ass I had cinnamon pancakes this morning. Yup. Yup. See, that sounds delicious. Most fortunately, I also had a most excellent breakfast. Toast, hash browns, eggs over medium, which is quite nummy. But the way I like to do is, you know, bake up the hash browns right, and then put it in a bowl. Put a little bit of cheese on top of the hash browns right as they're hot, and then put the eggs on top of all of that, so the eggs melt the cheese onto the hash browns. Since it's over medium, you still got a little bit of yolk in there, so when you cut into it, then the yolk just mixes in with everything, and some Tabasco on top. It's one of those kind of breakfasts that I could have every day for weeks on end and still be Absolutely. As delighted with it weeks later as I did the first time. That is a breakfast of champions for me. It snowed here yesterday in the Midwest. Snow. I wonder what that's like. Yeah, well, it dipped from 90 degrees to low 80s here, so almost had to put on a sweater. Freaking California, man. I just want seasons. I take it back. California has 3 seasons. SoCal has 3 seasons. We've got summer, we've got wind, and we've got fire. So we're somewhere right at the tail end of summer. So we got fun times ahead. Black Panther's just done watching the Megalodon movie. Was it a mega movie? Mega awesome movie? Media automatically went to music. Well, yeah. I'm talking about games. I'm talking about anything really, because it's applicable to everything. Games, film, music. What was that stat that they came out with like a month or so ago that for the first time since the 70s, vinyl outsold CDs? Part of me wonders if that's just because no store carries CDs anymore and they just carry vinyl just like as a novelty. It's like, hey, did you want to listen to that latest Katy Perry disc? Well, here you go on vinyl. I mean, vinyl sounds better, but who's the target demo for that? I don't know. It's a good movie. Oh, I'm not doubting it. Sounds like a fun movie. Some of these games are like 120 gigs as well. It takes a long time to download if you don't have fast internet. Yeah. Or, like what they're doing with the discs now, it's like, sure, you've got a disc and it's got like a working, like the actual working game on it, but if you want any of the assets that the game is pulling from, then you still have like a 20-minute download on top of that. I'm now under an electric blanket. It's 32 degrees. God, I just want it to be cold already, guys. I want it to be cold already. Like properly cold. Not like, now it's 60 degrees. Like you wake up in the morning, you walk outside, you need a coat, you see your breath. Like proper cold. I play TPR game music for some of my clients, if that ties the media together. Yeah, awesome. Whatever works. Music's so funny though. It's like you can hear something for the first time and just be the most amazing thing ever. But then if you keep playing it, then you stop hearing it. Like you know what to expect and you know the music's playing, but you just stop hearing it. I only bring that up because I don't even hear the game music here in this game anymore. I think it may be because the track never picks up where I left off. Like it always restarts. So every time I go from like one round of arena to the next, it starts back over again, so I only ever hear like 10 seconds of it. I'm assuming this track goes for like 3 to 5 minutes. I just wouldn't know. When I was on news groups, I could have shown you what 10,000 discs looks like. Quite a few, I reckon. You could make like a Game of Thrones style throne out of that many discs. Boink. And then just go to ham, go to town. I would have to really fight the feeling to just like pick them up and throw them like ninja stars. Or better still, just like do like they did in the cartoons, right? Where you just like pick up a stack and then you just go. Like it'd be a pain in the butt to pick up afterwards, but and just say like burglar's broken and messed everything up. Wasn't me. Never mind the security film. Boink. I do have a client who can name each game and what level and room each song was from. Wow, that's impressive. So that's there's that. He then goes home and ignores his wife. I bet his wife is thrilled. Bet his wife is thrilled. Like, so long as she's doing, like, got her own thing going too, I guess. Uh oh. It's a secret to a happy marriage. Enjoy doing nothing together. Not in the sense of like not doing anything together, but just like being together in a room and not feeling obligated to have to like do something. You just hang out. They're an awesome couple. I love them to pieces. Good. Good, 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 good. Because if that's the way it is and everyone's cool with it, that's awesome. If it's something like, oh yeah, I'm married, then that's a bit more problematic. You break yourself away from your game and relearn the names of your children. You're how old now? I'm told I have a kid. I don't remember. I haven't seen him in a few days. Should probably go like add some water to his water dish, but I'm sure he's okay. He's got an open window. A little bit of photosynthesis. I'm sure he'll be good. Suddenly that's when I start getting a knock on my door. Good, 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 good. No, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear. Because it does. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. Which is wonderful. It's wonderful that it works out that way. It's like me and the missus, you know? We got our stuff that we enjoy doing together. We got our stuff we enjoy doing ourselves. Making it work. I got my music, she's got her music. Sometimes we got the same music, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we have our music that just drives each other up the wall. But you gotta know, if everybody enjoyed the exact same thing, that'd be stupid boring. There's a major difference between being boring and stupid boring. Boring is just like, oh, okay. Like you go on a first date and there's a big difference between like, hey, my date is boring or my date is stupid boring. Boring is like, alright, well, still a good person. And, you know, I might give this person a second chance. Stupid boring is like, oh my god, I wasted like 3 hours of my life I'm not getting back. But the nice thing with that, with dates and with friends, and I suppose even some family to a slightly lesser degree, is that you can choose that, right? Hey, you know, this person's stupid boring, so bye. But if it's like in a work environment, that's the absolute worst, because then it's like, well, alright, you're stupid boring, I feel brain cells dying, but you're paying me, so yes, please, tell me more about the rabbits. The thing is, essentially, you have to have different hobbies to do with different people. This way you don't have... Oh, this way you do have stuff to talk about when you're together and it's not about the kids. Yep. Because then otherwise you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs. You're like... I think that's why it's really interesting, with especially the pandemic and like spouses actually having to sit down and spend time together. Like properly spend time together. Not like sitting in the same room together, but it's like, well, all right. Guess we got to actually just sit down and talk to each other for once. Because especially with all of the hustle and bustle and hullabaloo of daily life and schedules and whatnot, it's really easy to fall into a pattern of not doing that. So it's interesting. Maybe that's why divorce rates are up. And the worst, too, is when you're stuck in front of a clock. Whether it's... Because, I mean, if you got a computer in front of you, there's always a clock, but you can, like, actively block it out in your mind and just ignore it. But if there's a clock hanging on the wall right in front of you, it's just a constant reminder that it has only been 15 minutes. Lunch is still, like, 2.5 hours away. The end of the day just may as well be in the next calendar month. But you're stuck. You're stuck. That's why I miss having phones with buttons, like physical buttons. Because I could just like text to my heart's content, rapid fire, like hiding my phone under my desk, just like typing out messages subtly. Because now that everything's like a single screen, single touch screen, I mean, you got the talk to text, which is great, but you have to talk and make noise. It's a lot harder to like hide your phone, hide your device, and text while pretending to do something else. My job is to look at the clock. Well, that sounds like a very challenging and rewarding job. I love how they put that on recruitment apps for jobs. Are you looking for a challenging and yet rewarding career? Join Basket Weavers Anonymous. We weave baskets anonymously. I don't know. Like it's such an obvious thing to say. Do you want to be challenged and rewarded? Why, yes, I would also like to show up to work and get paid. It's like, come on, guys. Try a little bit harder. Prove to me that you didn't just, like, lift a job posting off of Craigslist and use it as your own. Boink. I definitely can't text during work. Because you'd get busted if your eyes get peeled away from the clock. I'm playing. Time Twin says, did you get anything but 3 stars from those monster crystals? I haven't opened mine up yet. I'm going for the 2-star ones though, because I'm much more, for me, I'm a lot more excited about getting some of those exclusive 2 stars than trying to get a 5. Plus, I like the drop rates a lot better. So, I've actually got a video coming out this week, opening up the 40, probably gonna be like 45 or so, that I got. I'm trying to go for a 2-star Elsa Bloodstone. And then, since the CCP beta server is a thing, I'm going to do it again. So it'll be like 80 of those crystals and see how many of the 2 stars you can wind up getting, the exclusive ones. So, shameless plug number 2 for the stream, guys. I know it's like an hour and a half into the stream, and I'm only at 2 shameless plugs, but shameless plug number 2. Be sure to hit that notification bell at the top of the page. Stay on top of the videos as they drop, because that is subtle drop number 1, is that there is going to be a 2-star hunt for those monster crystals coming out later on this week. And maybe also be a video opening up at least 4, maybe 5 6-star crystals. See if I can keep some of that vonShoe luck going. And hopefully pull like a spicy gods here. Imagine getting a massage and your therapist spends 25 minutes on your scalp and 3 minutes on your back and starts texting. I think that's well within time to get a refund, right? I mean, like, maybe, unless the massage therapist, like, has their phone set to, like, vibrate or something, and then puts the phone right on my spine. So, like, each time the phone goes off with a new message, it helps a little bit. I think that's the only way where that would work out. It's like, thanks for scratching my noggin, but I could have done that. All right, Black Panther, take care, bud. Enjoy your shows, and we'll catch you next time. Take care, my friend. That's why it's my job to look at the clock and I can't text. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. Pew. I mean, unless you do like that absolute wizardry that that BG does, where he plays the game, like he has his phone in his hand like this, but his phone is like all the way off here, off screen, and he's like playing one-handed, and like and reading chat and just, you know, eating a sandwich all at the same time and still like playing masterfully live. You know what I think it is? I think BG actually has a hidden third arm. That's what it is. Or like an extra couple arms. BG is Doc Ock. There we go. I also like how I went from 1 arm to 2 arms to 4 arms. But really, though, the fact that that dude can play this game with 1 hand and do anything else, very impressive. Boink. Nah, that's when you got your phone in like a Ziploc bag or something. Or put the person in a Ziploc bag. Something needs to wind up in a Ziploc bag. That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine that though? Like someone walks into the massage studio and is like, "Hello, welcome to, I don't know, Massage Studio Inc. If you would kindly wear this plastic bag." I'm sure for some people in today's day and age, they'd be like, "Yep, okay, I will gladly wear that plastic bag." Or maybe it's just people that go to like the Met Gala to make a statement. I don't know. Monday night will be the night that it will be known that I've gone off on a plastic bag tangent. When I say plastic bag, I'm talking about like a Ziploc bag, not like trash bag. Going full Kanye. I figured. Actually, Laura, how long have, remind me again, how long have you been doing that? And what are some of the tips and tricks you could give us to, I don't know, how do you say it? To keep your hands from getting stiff, I suppose, from working for that long. Because like my cousin was a massage therapist for a while, but retired early from it because it was starting to mess with her. The repetitive motion was starting to mess with her a little bit more than she would have liked. Like if she would have kept going, it would have, yeah, prevent carpal tunnel. But that's like, you know, down the road. Like some people soak their hands, which is okay. Some people massage their hands, which is also okay. But I was just wondering if you had any pointers or tips and tricks. That could almost be a video by itself, tied in with MCOC. It's like, so you just got done grinding 3 days straight for Cosmic Ghost Rider. Here's 5 easy tips and tricks you could do to prevent your hands from falling off. Oh, there you go. Very cool. Because, you know, asking for a friend. Boink. Very cool. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I do. And that's one of the reasons why I'm asking. And it's not because my hands hurt. Like when I first started playing, and before I realized that you can't play this game on a phone the same way you mash a controller, that really screwed with me. That hurt. This is just like, yeah, my hands have been in the same place for the last hour and a half. I should probably move them. Circulate the blood a bit. Because for me, my hands are my money makers. Which sounds weird. So the longer I can keep them happy and healthy. Before I transition over to like a Darth Vader robo hand. Because I'd prefer a Darth Vader robo hand as opposed to a Peter Pettigrew gold hand. That thing I need is that thing like getting a mind of its own. Pew pew, pew pew. Awesome. Yeah, thank you, Laura. Thank you kindly. Every bit helps. Because again, especially playing a game like this, where it's like, hey, tap the screen like 200 times and KO a champ, and then tap the screen another 200 times, and then tap the screen and another 200 times. Adds up, yo. Adds up. Boink. Stop it. Stop it. Like, I would hate to see the data that either Apple has for me on playtime, or if Kabam has like a little black book with all of my stats someplace. Because like, I already know how many hours I've spent on this game. Just mathed that out. But like how many like individual screen taps I've done since playing this game. It's at least 100. Couple more. But at least 100. Oh, that shouldn't be hard to do. Convince people that I got a problem. That's not hard to do. I got that in spades. Nailed it. A+. Text, stretch. Stretch, and stretch. No, that's good. That's good. Limber up. Zombieland had it right all along. Gotta limber up. I never saw the second one. It's one of those things, it's like, hey, Zombieland 2 is coming out. And then it's like, hey, Zombieland 2 is out of theaters. And then it's like, hey, I'm out of theaters. Because that was like 2 years ago, wasn't it? Hey, PP says, Rob. What up, PP? Happy Monday, bud. How are you doing? How's everything? We are currently talking about Zombieland 2 being a couple of years ago and completely forgotten about. And Laura has a most excellent link up above to a video to help limber up so as to not prevent hand stress and alleviate carpal tunnel. And Integral stopping in and saying, Rob. High school girl screaming for her crush. I would do the interpretation impression of that, but nobody needs to hear that. I would be doing it a disservice. What's up, Integral? Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Boink. Peepy says just got torch from an incursion crystal. I'm hyped. As well you should be. Getting anything out of those incursion crystals is winning the lottery. So big kudos to you. How far are you gonna take torch up? If you haven't already. Gonna go all the way? Well past third. I was going to go for the football analogy originally, but made a left turn someplace. The Ant Kid stopping in and saying, hello there. What's good, Ant Kid? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's important to stretch. I do posture stretches to combat sitting so much. Yup. I had such a problem in college with my posture. Still do, and I still feel it to, you know, just a little bit of time later. But, like, we didn't have lockers in grade school and high school, right? So all the textbooks and all that crap went in the backpack, went on my back, right? So backpack was like 30 pounds over like 5-6 years. Get to college and I'm an art student, which means I've got like a metric boatload of stuff that I have to carry all over the place. Drawing boards and pads and utensils and paints and pencils and stuff. And then, because no one has any budget for art classes, like, here, you get to sit on this drawing horse. Which is a wood plank supported by 2 wood planks, and that's it. And that's what you get to sit on for the next 8 hours. Yay! So, yeah, I got pretty jacked up that way. Better now. Not back to the way it should be, but better now. Serious stuff, man, and stuff that no one talks about, too, until it's too late. He's next to rank 5, also have 4 science gem collecting dust. They add up. Well, I mean, with iHulk and iBomb coming out here this month, probably can wind up using them on them if you luck out and get them in arena or crystals or whatever. Boink. Check out a guy named Jeremy Oether. He has fitness vids mostly, but has some really good stretching stuff. All science-based. Good. The best way to do it. Time Twin says so many freaking dupes on those dual class crystals. Oh crap. Yep. Just for kicks, I wound up opening 32 of them. Trying to see how many times I could get Cat Marvel movie. I didn't get her. I got 1 ghost, And I got 1 Warlock, so I mean that's pretty good, but not the one I was aiming for. Boink. We really need single class crystals. Yep. Or purchasable selectors that don't cost $100. Because why? Why? It's like, hey, we heard you guys hate RNG, so here's an RNG crystal with slightly less RNG. To alleviate that RNG feeling you have. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Boink. I'm hoping we wind up getting 6-star dual class crystals though too at some point, because they're like, here, have some 5s, and then 2 weeks later they're like, oh hey, that's pretty cool actually. Here, have some 4s, which everyone was like, awesome, that's just what we asked for. But how about the 6s? How about the 6s first and foremost, and then how about lowering the cost for just a regular 5-star? From like 10,000 to 8,000. Because why would you get like, or 9,000 or something? Because if you can narrow down what you get for the exact same cost as like a regular crystal, then why would you go back to the regular? This guy I trust, he usually shows you his sources and explains what's happening. Good. It's not just some I heard, he said, she said nonsense. That's always a bummer. Doink. Or whatever the flavor of the week is. It's like, this is the newest technique from the experts in, I don't know, some backwater someplace. Boink. There we go. Speaking of stretching. Antkit says, how do you think is 6-star Nightcrawler? He's great for defense. Nightcrawler always winds up getting crash number 2. This one's a bit more in line. That's the usual 45 minutes. Crash number 1 was an hour 6 into it. Crash number 2 is almost 45 minutes into it. I love this new loading screen, by the way. Love the loading screen. Because I feel like, I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. Wait for it to come up. Like Hulk has like a clown nose with the Kabam logo on it. You just want to go like, onk, onk. Or he's got like a golden mustache or something. Alright, Time Twin. Take care, bud. PP says, what is this week's cereal? Well, yesterday we wound up having tricks for the Super Cereal 5-star Cereal Sunday stream. It's the first bowl of tricks that I've had in years and years. And it was numbing. It was numbing. Like, it's just straight flavored sugar cereal. But it was yummy, and it reminded me of childhood, so I was happy. There will be a different cereal, though, this Sunday for the Super Cereal Sunday cereal stream. So tune in. Shameless plug number 3, guys. So tune in 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sunday. Pour yourself a bowl of cereal too. Come hang out. We just talk nonsense, play the game, hang out a spell, eat some cereal. It's good times. Let's do that and that and that. And that. We got options. We got options. Zappy, zappy, zap. There we go. There we go. And bonk. Bonk. Yoink. Yeah. Cheers, PP. Cheers. Because there's a lot of testing to do. Nightcrawler has had a lot of synergies come out after his original release, which is pretty cool. But I've never actually wound up testing him as a horseman or paired up with Professor X either. So I'd be pretty interested to see how he handles. Especially, again, with the, whatchamacallit, Havoc synergy. Come on. Your stupid damage reflection nonsense. Blarg, blurg. Itchy nose. Alright, so, before I get too far along, let me check something out here quick. Let's see who else is streaming here. Because it is, fortunately, almost about that time to call it a wraps. Call it a wraps, I said. Not just one wrap, not several wraps, a wrap. I have no idea what I'm saying. So, live streaming. Hey, Rob vonShoe's streaming. How about that? Alright, so here's the plan, everybody. Gonna wind up running one more team in Arena, and then gonna get a raid going. Let's go say howdy to People's Champ, friend of the channel. Didn't get a chance to say howdy yesterday, but he's streaming again today, wrapping up with the Hades Invasion stuff. So I'm gonna post the link in the comment section here after the first round of Arena here, and then keep rolling. Go say howdy, and call it a night. I remember Nightcrawler was the most fascinating champ for me when I started playing this game, and I wanted him in a roster badly. Everybody freaked out for Nightcrawler, dude. I remember that featured grind for the 4-star. Went super high just because it was Nightcrawler, and everybody was freaking out because of his, nonsense evasion. Fun times. Fun times. Come on. Blink. Stop it. Stop it. Stop punching me. Welcome back, Matt Murdoch. Just in time. Okay, so... Oh. Should probably copy the link first. That might help. Do that under the hashtag Rob Von Raid. Awesome. Stop it. Stop bleeding me. I am the one that bleeds. Come on. There we go. Alright guys, that is going to do me for tonight. I want to thank you all for hanging out here the last couple hours. It's been really cool getting to chat and gab with you guys. Always appreciate that, and it's always the highlight of doing the stream, so kudos. Cheers to you. Like I said earlier on, I got plenty of cool stuff coming down the works for videos. Got stuff posting tomorrow. Got stuff posting on Wednesday. Got a bunch of crystal openings and stuff too, in addition to gameplay. So be sure to ring that notification bell. Stay on top of stuff as it drops. And we'll go from there. If you haven't already, if you would kindly like the video, subscribe to the channel, because all that stuff helps me out immensely with all the YouTube analytics. So really appreciate that too. We'll be back again on Wednesday, streaming 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for more arena shenanigans. And the monthly quest will be out by then, so you can do that too. But until next time, everybody, take care. Talk soon. Stay safe. And be well, everyone. Bye for now.